Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Julie and today you are joining me on a brand new video. It's called Best Upgrades I've Invested in for My Home. We are nearing the end of the year and it's about this time that I always get really introspective about how I've spent my money, especially on the upgrades that I've invested in my own home. I took a look around and I compiled this list based off of what I felt has given me the greatest return on my investment. So if that's something that you're interested in and you're looking to make quality upgrades in your own home, this video is for you. The first item on my list is my garage makeover. You might remember from my garage turned dream home office makeover that this project was a huge undertaking. I started the project when I was just about 6 or 7 months pregnant with Khuu, and we were on a time crunch. I needed to convert my old home office into the girls' room, which is why I turned my garage into my new home office. I invested quite a bit of time, effort, energy, and money into my home office. Of course, we erected new walls, I redid the floors, I opened up the ceiling, we refinished it, I got new furniture. I mean, we're not quite done yet, but I feel as though the return on my investment is going to be so high once I finally use the space. I'm still putting the final touches on the home office right now, so I have yet to use it full time, but I know that once I transition from a nursing mom to a full-time in-home studio designer, that I'm going to be using that garage/home office a whole lot more. So if you're looking to convert your garage into a highly efficient and functional home office, let this be your sign. Just go for it. The next item on my list is my guest bathroom makeover. You'll remember this guest bathroom project. It was a DIY project that I endeavored right after I had Kamari. I remember staying up every single night until the middle of the night. I mean, I would nurse Kamari, put her to bed, and then hightail it to my guest bathroom and just work on everything from the floors to the walls and the ceiling, and updating it into how my style eventually evolved. We bought this home over 7 years ago, and this guest bathroom was the bane of my existence. I mean, it was the bathroom that all of my guests used, and I really hated the way it looked. It originally had black and white checker tile lining all of the walls and the floors. Checkerboard is such a hot trend right now, but the really inexpensive, kind of cheap looking tile is not something that I would ever specify for myself or a client. So while I do love the pattern, I just really wasn't too crazy about the finish. You might remember from my guest bathroom makeover that we did so much. I painted over the old floors and did a really beautiful stencil pattern. I purchased a brand new vanity cabinet. We installed a new mirror, new lighting. I wallpapered the ceiling all by myself. It was the first time that I ever endeavored to install wallpaper in my home, let alone on these 14 feet high ceilings. It was crazy. But after stepping back and kind of seeing everything that transpired, I am in love with my guest bathroom. Still today, as I was 2 years ago when I finished it. So to me, while it was definitely an investment of time and money, I stand back and I look at this bathroom and I love it. Not to mention that when guests come and use the bathroom, they think that I've spent tens of thousands of dollars in there. And I really didn't. It was just a couple of $1,000s and a lot of sweat equity that went into that bathroom, and I am so proud of it. The next upgrade that I've invested in my home that I am over the moon for are my new kitchen cabinet handles. I have been talking about upgrading my cabinet handles for so many years, so many videos, and I finally did it. You'll remember that my old kitchen cabinet handles were open-ended. They were a European bar style in a brass finish. And while I loved the style, I loved the shape, I loved the finish, all of my clothes, especially my tops, kept catching on the open handles, causing so many rips, tears, and holes into my shirts. I finally found these really beautiful closed-ended matte black hardware from M-Tech, and I am so glad that I made the investment. I love the closed curved ends. I love the soft round grip, and it's just so ergonomic and so beautiful against my white cabinets. I want to say the handles were between $10 and $13 per handle, which is not a whole lot of money, but when you multiply that by about 30 handles that I had to replace, I mean, of course, that adds up. I've been using it for a few weeks now and I am so happy with the results. I mean, I really can't believe that I didn't pull the plunge any earlier, but sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes you have to live with all the wrongs for quite some time before you decide to make it right. The next item on this list is my brand new toy. It is RoboRock's S7 MaxV Ultra, and it is the ultimate in robot cleaning convenience. It is the first robot vacuum and mop that is able to empty itself, refill its water tank, and clean its own mop, which means that I can vacuum and mop time and time again without ever having to touch the vacuum by hand. I recently did a whole house clean with RoboRock's S7 MaxV Ultra, and here are the features that I am so impressed with. Once you download the RoboRock app, you're really able to control everything from your smartphone. The S7 MaxV Ultra can map your entire home in 2D and 3D matrix mode. You can check and navigate the cleaning zone according to your preference and really tell it where to go. You can customize cleaning routines on the app, such as schedule cleaning time. You can set the order of cleaning zones, especially if I've cooked in the kitchen and then I'm eating in the dining room. I'll set it to clean in the kitchen first, then move on to the dining room and living room. You can also set your cleaning preference, vacuum where you need to, mop your floors where there's the most grime and grease, sync them up, or completely separate the features. The auto mop even knows to lift itself up when it detects carpet, so you don't have to manually switch in between modes. When connected to the clean water tank, a washing module scrubs and wipes the mop automatically. It frees me from ever having to hand wash the mop. You might remember that I previously told you I had a robot vacuum in the past and I kind of let it run on an auto scheduler. And when I came home, it had picked up pet waste and kind of smeared it all over my brand new floors. In that instant, I felt like I was never going to trust another robot vacuum again. But the thing that I love best about RoboRock's S7 MaxV Ultra is that there's a little camera built in. That camera can really pick up anything that it sees in its path and subsequently dodge it. This RoboRock has an upgraded obstacle avoidance technology, which means that it could catch anything in its path. Make sure you check the link in the description box to get a special discount on RoboRock's S7 MaxV Ultra. The next upgrade that I've invested in my home that I am absolutely obsessed with years later is my artificial turf. You might remember that my previous courtyard was just dirt and grass, and there were portions of the grass that just never got a whole lot of sun. So I had shaded areas where there are patches of dirt combined with other areas in the courtyard that were always really wet from the sprinkler system, and that was really just a breeding ground for all of these crazy mosquitoes that we got in the courtyard. As a result, I never really got to enjoy this extra real estate and square footage in my home, and I lamented over it for years and years and years. We finally took the plunge after I had Kamari because I really wanted an area for her to play from morning, noon, and night without us ever having to worry about, getting bit or tracking dirt in the house, and that is why I invested in my artificial turf. I know that synthetic grass isn't for every home, but ever since we've had it, we spend so much more time outdoors now. And to me, that is just an irreplaceable feature of owning a home. If you missed that video, you definitely want to check out my complete breakdown of artificial turf and synthetic grass, the pros and cons, the type that you should get versus the different varieties of turf, and the price range that you can expect to pay. While we're still in the courtyard, one of the first investments that I made into this home was our brand new garden gate. The previous owners didn't have a permanent solution for the garden gate. They literally used like a plastic gate and they kind of secured it with elastic cables. When we first bought this home, I knew the first order of business was to custom make a garden gate. I wanted privacy, I wanted security, and I wanted the courtyard to be completely enclosed without us seeing out or without anyone seeing in. I designed the gate myself, I had my carpenter fabricate it, and we also installed a security lock for added features. So always think about how you can use every single part of your home from the indoors to the outdoors by adding security features like a lock or a gate or even a fenced-in area where your kids and dogs can play. The next item on this list is all of my hardwired lighting. As a custom home interior designer, I knew that before we moved into this house, I had so many renovation projects to tackle before I could live comfortably. One of those projects was hardwiring the entire home. I live in a mid-century ranch-style home, and one of the key features of all of these types of homes are open beam ceilings, which means there's no attic space, there's no soffits for you to run electrical or HVAC. There are key areas in the home where there are dropped soffits, and that is where we've run the heating, the ventilation, and the air conditioning. I've also used those areas to add in recessed LED lighting, combined with some chandeliers and pendant fixtures. I hate seeing exposed plugs, wires, and cabling, so I love how hardwired fixtures instantly elevates a home. If you're a renter, I have so many solutions on how you can add beautiful lighting in your home, from wall sconces to pendants to chandeliers, without the need for plugs or hard wiring. If that's something that you're interested in, comment below and let me know, and I'll make a full detailed video showing you how. The last investment that I'll be discussing in this video are all of my custom furniture pieces. We're talking everything from custom upholstery to my custom bed and my brand new custom sectional. A lot of people think that custom making furniture is really expensive, but once you know the true cost of really high quality, high grade furniture, you're paying a lot less to custom make it and get it designed to exact specifications. The trick is finding a quality fabricator or a quality reupholsterer to make that investment in. I simply Googled the closest upholsterer in proximity to my home, and there he was. Just one visit to his warehouse, and I knew that I had found such an incredible resource that I was going to refer to time and time again. I love custom making pieces because it allows my home to feel really unique and individual. I pick out the fabrics, I pick out the colors, I design the pieces myself. It's scaled proportionally to every single room in my home, and nobody else has it. I always shop for really beautiful secondhand furniture, either on Craigslist, OfferUp, Facebook Market, even eBay, and of course my local thrift stores and flea markets. What you're looking for is really beautiful lines, really unique shapes. Maybe the upholstery has seen better days, maybe the color is not exactly to your liking, but you can always strip these right down to the bare bones and have them reupholstered, or sometimes use the scale of these pieces to fabricate something brand new. If you never ask for a free estimate, you'll never know the true value of these pieces and how much joy they can bring into your home. That's it for today's video of best upgrades that I've invested in for my home. What did you think of my list? Are there some items in your own home that you're looking to invest in, but you're not sure if it's quite worth the money? I still have a few items on my personal list I have yet to tackle. I am dying for a hot and cold water spigot at my sink because for me, I drink hot tea every single day and I hate to clutter my countertops with an additional appliance. And of course, who doesn't want cold filtered water at the flick of a switch? We recently added solar panels to our home, and while I know that was an upgrade that I'm so glad I invested in, I have yet to see an electric bill. So I can't tell you quite yet how much we've saved this month, but I know that is something that I absolutely will not regret. If you like this type of content, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you again to RoboRock for sponsoring this video. Click the link in the description box and learn more about their products. Share this video with anyone you know who's looking to make some quality investments and upgrades in their home. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click that little notification bell to be notified of new videos that we drop every Tuesday. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.